Hello and welcome. I'm going to give everyone a couple seconds to get logged on and make sure that I can see your comments over here on my computer. All right, I got you. Well, hello. It's so nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Hi, Mary. I feel like I've been live all day because I did a video, my normal 3 o'clock video, and it lasted 2 hours. I made 7 cards while I was live, and then I think I made another 5 or 6 just cleaning up the table because I saw the pieces that went together and I just kept going. But I'm very excited tonight because we have the start of a brand new catalog. Let me just start by saying, if you decide that you're going to place an order tonight and you don't have a catalog from me, let me know just before you place your order, and I can make a note of it so that when I send your card kit that's ready to go, I can include a catalog in your package. Otherwise, as I see orders come through, $35 or more on that host code, I will send you this really pretty 5-card kit that could be used with almost any stamp set. So it is not just this stamp set that you can use. I guess I should have grabbed it, huh? Let me grab the stamp set. I'm so silly. Well, I'll come back to it after. I've got the stamps that we need on the table, but it is a beautiful stamp set. So let's flip the camera and we'll jump right in. I put up a supply list of everything that I used in this class. And if you're wondering, if you see something, it might even be good right now to go find that list, print just the photo off. And I didn't see how to order your stamp set. I don't know, Pat. I placed an order. We'll have to double back with that, Pat. These are the same projects that we used for the team meeting. Pat is a team member of mine, and so she has already gotten these projects. Every month, my team gets the opportunity to do a card class for $5 plus $5 shipping. So local people pay $5 if they come to the house. We haven't done that since the start of the pandemic, so it's just been $10, including shipping. Cost me $5 to mail them out, but look at how cool that is. And tonight I have my trusty coffee cup because I was up until 3 o'clock in the morning placing my first demonstrator order. Check it out. This is my coffee mug from Deb Carleen for good luck. And it's not where you go, but who you meet along the way that matters most, right? And that's what the mug says. So hopefully you guys are all doing well. There's a punch that coordinates with this bundle, and it looks like this when you punch it out. In fact, I'm gonna grab it off the shelf. I should have probably put it out before I started, but you punch and then you flip it over, and then you can line up the stamps on your block so that when you go to stamp with it, all you have to do is stamp once and you can punch it out. So let's flip the camera and I'll start to show you what I'm talking about. So don't mind me. Okay, hopefully it's doing what it's supposed to do. My phone was just giving me a hiccup. These are the 5 ink pads. They are the brand new in colors. And to make your kit, I actually started by coloring the pearls in your kit. So you may wonder how I did that. We can talk about that. This is the punch that goes with the set. And as you can imagine, I have been making cards like crazy with it. Okay, here we go. So When I first started playing with the stamp set, and this is before we even get into the cards that we're making tonight, the first thing I did was I opened up the punch and punched some of the flowers out, right? Green flowers, special. Oh, and I've just lost your comments. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, hi, Ella. I'm glad you're here. So I just punched this out. And then I am going to flip this over. And now, when I want to line up my stamps on the block, the reason I have to flip it over is that's so that I can do this. So if I wanted to, oh, that was funny. I could also do the leaves. It like twisted out of the clip here. Hang on, sorry. I hope that that's okay. Good God. Even my clip is tired. Sorry, my mother-in-law is vacuuming right above my head. She must have missed the memo that I had a workshop tonight. Too funny. So I lined these up and they're individual stamps, but what you do is you can line them up on the block upside down so that when you go to stamp with this set, for example, you can ink up, stamp, and I didn't do the leaves this time, I just did the flowers, but I wanted to give you the lowdown on this set because it's so pretty. You line it up, slide it back in, and now it lines up. So I'm a little bit far from the edge. Sorry if you can hear that, that's funny. So here we go. And now, without too much effort, I can stamp and punch and have everything lined up and ready to roll with the stamp set in one swift move. So that's a pretty cool trick. All right, let me see. Okay. So the next thing I want to show you is I got my blends in, and I also bought the regular markers. So what's the difference between the blends and the regular markers? Well, when I was preparing for your class, I actually didn't have enough of the in-color gems to give everybody one. I was hoping that I would, but we didn't get enough on pre-order so that I could. So what I did instead was I took pearls and I colored them in the 5 in-colors. But if I was using a regular marker, these are the $15 set, these are water-based and they wouldn't actually stick to the pearl. These, however, are alcohol-based and they do stick. So if I want to color, sorry about that, if I want to color this a dark green, I can go in and color my pearls to match my projects. So here is polished pink. I don't know if Cheryl's here. Cheryl pink. So it just made it way easier to make sure that everybody had enough embellishments, okay? So that's how I got there. And note that you can color on anything and it will stay on it permanently. So if I want to mark my ink pad with my initials, it'll stay on there. If I want to take this off, I just have to use hand sanitizer and it'll come right off. But you can color any kind of embellishment that you happen to have, and it will take on the color of the blend, okay? And again, that won't work with the regular classic markers, but these are meant for doing other things. Like we use these to stamp with 2 colors on one stamp. We use it for omitting. There's all sorts of things that we use these for that we can't use these on. These where it blends. Okie doke. So, moving right along. How's everybody doing tonight? Where are you all from? I want to see in the comments just your city and your state while I get moving here. And we'll open up our packet. So when you place an order for $35 or more, you can choose to get the stamp set that I used and make them exactly the way that I did, and get the in colors, or you can substitute with black ink, different stamp set, and just grab the card kit as it is when you place your order. So I'm still going to send you the kit as is, as you see in this little package, no matter which way you go when you place your order. So don't feel like you have to get the same one if you don't need a lot of thank yous. I am always using thank you cards. So this is the first in color. It is Soft Succulent. I absolutely love it. And here we go. This was the one from the post that I did to advertise the class today. Now, if you notice, these are sparkly. They came off the Shimmer Vellum, which is a brand new product. We couldn't get it right away. And then just before my team meeting, they made it available. So I scooped it up and designed with it right away. Now, all of these, all 5 cards have the punches for you done. And I am taking a bone folder and just curling the edges. Now, I'm very careful to kind of hold the base when I curl, because it's so easy to do like the love you not thing and rip a petal off. So we want to try to avoid that if we can. I'm just going to use regular Seal Plus adhesive to adhere these together. If you want, you could use a glue dot. But this stuff is super sticky, and the Seal Plus doesn't show up when you stick the vellum with it. So I'm just gonna stick them together like that. And then I'm gonna come in with, this is the Take Your Pick tool, and I'm just gonna push the embellishment right off, and that little sticky on the end picks it up. And I'm gonna push down in the middle to build my flower. Now, when I was designing this class, first I tried stamping and punching, and as long as you let the vellum dry, it will make lines in the vellum. I have one over there that I stamped, but I didn't for these. I just kept them nice and simple. And this is what we're going for. And I'm gonna just stamp the Life is Better with Friends sentiment, and that's ink color. Did I already put it away? So these are brand new ink pads, so they're a little bit tight. As a trick, you don't want to squeeze the sides when you're trying to lift. Lift it up like a makeup compact to open it, and then just slide it into place. We're gonna stamp, and then when you go to close it, it can be tricky too. So let's stamp first. So pretty. And what do you know? I stamped it crooked. It's straight on the block, but I did it crooked anyway. That's okay. So I'm going to line the block up with the paper. If you ever come to class here, I never put the sticker on the block, but the stamp is always straight on the block. So as long as I line the block up with the paper, my words should be straight. So there, I did that on purpose just to show you that. Okay, so now I'm going to take a glue dot and put my flower down. Easy enough so far, right? And then, so these are intended for new stampers, but if you've been around for a while, you're gonna love these cards as much as I do, I'm sure. Because, I don't know, the longer I do this, the more that I know that I like simple. And I like to feel like I could do it again if I wanted to. It doesn't need to take 2 hours to make a card. So all of this embossing work will be done for you, and you can see it was embossed as my favorite folder. I seem to use this on everything, the Ornate 3D Floral folder. And you can choose what pattern you like better. I put the adhesive on this side, so I'm going to stick this side down for this time, but you can change them up. These are your kits. Oh, and you know what? I should do this one first, because I really like it when the designer paper breaks the plane. I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to put this up to the white line. And I've already pre-punched this for you. There's a new banner punch. It's in the supply list that I posted. And then I will just stick this down between the dotted lines of this die. These are the Stitched So Sweetly dies, one of my all-time favorites. So that's my original, and that's my second copy. And I really do love fluffing up those flowers. Okay, so that's card 1. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to interrupt me. I have no problems answering questions. I'm better on the fly anyway. So how about if we open up all of these just for time's sake. And so here's all my envelopes. So the card class, it also comes with envelopes. And the first thing I want to do is I want to find all these flowers. Doesn't that look like a 4-leaf clover when it's in that color? And I want to quickly build all of these little flowers. It's easier to do like one step at a time. Every single month we have card swap with my team. And when I am building my card swaps, or if I'm making a lot of any project, I'll do all of one step first when I'm assembling, because it makes things go much faster in the long run than if I were to make every card from start to finish. And if we were in a real workshop setting and you were here and you were going to make the cards, I would show you even probably more briefly than I am right now. So that's card 1 or card 2. And then, so by doing this, we'll have all of the flowers built. And don't forget, hold on to that base or you'll be ripping a petal off and wondering if he loves you or loves you not. Okay, and then a glue dot. Oh, I got a glue dot on my finger right there. I try not to touch them with my fingers because it makes the glue dots less sticky. And then take your pick, or push it off the transfer sheet right in the middle. Done with that guy. I wonder where that came from. Oops. I'm sure I'll figure it out. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. Oh, look. Shoo, he loves me. So, they have a special this month with Stampin' Up! That if you host your own workshop, that you can earn extra host rewards. If you are interested in that, please let me know. If you have a group of friends that you might like to get together, we can do it here or on Zoom. We could make a special group for just you and your friends and have a night where we just have a card making demonstration like this. And if they place an order, I will send them a kit in the mail. Now, as you guys know, you do need your own stamps and ink, because we've been doing this, what, for 3 months now? I think there's only a couple of new people this month. But we will just say you need your own stamps and ink, which means if you have never done this, you need a block too, and you might need my help when placing an order. So I will leave this party open until next Monday, and I'll close it out on Tuesday morning. So for those of you that place orders on the host code, I will send you a kit in the mail. But if you need help, by all means, don't hesitate to reach out to me, okay? Because that's when I'm at my best, when people ask questions. Like today's video is fantastic. I did a 2-hour Facebook Live. Look, I killed the glue dot. I'm going to have to grab another tin of them. Someone said, I don't understand how these stamps and dies work together. So I spent 2 hours on but I made a lot of cards this afternoon. It was so fun. Okay, so we built the purple flower. So we'll go for the purple one next. This is introducing fresh freesia. Meet Christine, meet Mary, meet Vicky from South Portland. Vicky, you're really not that far. We gotta get together when I come up to Maine this year. Okay, so see how this block is on and it looks a little bit crooked? That really bothers me. What I do is I take the line of the block and I line the straight words up with this block so that if you come along behind me and you want to stamp it straight too, you only have to line the block up. And I must have been crooked when I did this. Got to set myself up for success, you know? All right, so then I just have to line the block up nice and straight. And boom, my words are straight. So you have that. There's a, I think, it's not British Beer Company. It's, trying to think of the place that we like. There's a place up there. They have Brussels sprouts. Of all the things that I remember that we go to. My family loves that place in Portland. They're fancy Brussels sprouts. Silly the things I remember. Okay. Oh, I'm going to get rid of that. But luckily, because it had alcohol-based ink on it, I don't have to worry about it coming off on my card. It was pretty well done. Oh, and look, I have a red thing on there from earlier. So this one goes together fairly quick too. I'm just gonna stick this down. And again, you can choose the crosses or you can choose the checks. I did the crosses on the first one, so let's go the other way and make this one different. This again is the sweetly stitched dies. I don't think I've ever layered these up this way. So I usually use the next size up to fit in here. And this time I went this way, and I think it's just so cool. We'll lay dimensionals on the back of that. And adhere. And I opened a new glue dot. Here we go. So the glue dot will stick the bow right to the glue dot. I've pre-tied these bows for you, so you'll get that all pre-tied with your kit. And just attach that flower that we built, and that's card 2. Fairly simple. These are intended for new stampers. I hope that you're loving them. Send me a woot woot if you're okay and happy. So this one is thank you for everything. And I want to grab the cleaner. This is the Stampin' Mist and Scrub. And I use this all the time to clean my stamps. And in the corner, there's these little water droplets, and that's the side that I use my spray with. And then you can clean your whole stamp set. You don't have to limit yourself to just the one stamp you're using or the one stamp you're cleaning. I can clean them all while I'm going. And this one is, this side is intended for the drying, but where I was just, so little card, big thanks. That's cute. And thank you for everything. So for this stamp, I'm going to be changing colors. So that's why I needed my, I used it twice in this class. And this one is called Pale Papaya. This color reminds me of an old color that we used to have, Apricot Appeal. When I was a new demonstrator, it was one of my favorite colors, actually. I think Cheryl did the comparison. I think it's awfully close, but that's what I see. So I have a hard time remembering the name because I'm seeing the old color. And again, is it straight? So this one is straight. It's an optical illusion that it's not straight, because if you look at the rubber goes a little higher on this side, but the thank you is nice and straight against where the block has that line. So I just have to line the block up with the paper. And I know I'll be straight on, even though it looks crooked when you're looking through. And for this one, I did what I did with the purple card, but this one's a little bit easier. I don't need to roll it in the ink pad. I can just touch the edges to the side of the ink pad. I love this. It makes it so much easier to add another layer. So it's not white on white, and it doesn't require another paper layer. So you can keep it simple and add another layer of just using color. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. It's way more fun when you guys are here. Okay, so we used this side last time, so this time I think I'll use the stripes. And they're just as cute. I love all the patterns in this year's In Color designer papers. Not only do they come in colors, but these come in all the color families too. So we have 4 different color families. But I like this one. I like the In Colors a lot because you get twice the amount, because there's only 5 In Colors, and the other color families there's 10. So you get 2 pieces of every color, where I prefer 4 pieces of 5 colors, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put this right across the middle here. And then glue dot. And I just attached the bow. Really simple. And then again, this will get attached onto my card front for that project. Okay. Boy, this must be really easy class, because I got no questions so far. Anybody else? Anybody got questions? Anybody cringe when I put the side of the paper right in the ink pad like that? Okay, here's number 4. So for this one, we're gonna attach the Cheryl Pink right on the front. That's so funny. I can't help it. That's what I see. Cheryl joined my team after the first online workshop that I have. This is Polished Pink. And she just celebrated getting a pay raise. She gets 25% off now instead of 20%. And she got a $100 bonus to spend on the new catalog. So I'm really excited for her. And that's what it's all about. You get a discount for a while. If it works for you, you hang around. If not, you can drop, and there's no penalty. We have a lot of fun together. You get first dibs on my classes like this one, which we did at the team meeting last month. So there's a lot of fun. And everybody's welcome. Oh, and the kit right now, they just, normally it's an awesome deal. It's $99 and you get free shipping, and you pick out $125 in product. Well, this month you get to get $155 instead, and it's your choice. Just no Paper Pumpkin subscriptions and no reward stamp sets, you know, so like no hostess sets or whatever, but everything else is fair game for $155. So my friend Shannon, if you're watching, Shannon, I think, was talking about investing in a die cutting machine. It might make more sense for her to actually do a kit, because then, oh, I didn't stamp. That was awesome. Here, I'm gonna edge it. That's so funny. I got to talking, that's why. And I'm gonna stick it down without a sentiment. Ta-da! But Shannon, it would probably make more sense for her if she's gonna get her die cutting machine to do the $155 for $99. Get free shipping. Choose what she wants to go with her die cutter, and keep a discount for a little bit. That didn't come out too bad considering I stamped it after I put dimensionals on it. Too funny. So if you ever make a mistake when you're stamping, you see how it came out a little spotty right there? I want to show you a trick. So this is a blender pen. You get 3 pens, so 6 tips, and I think they're $12. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the ink pad and I'm gonna scribble off onto the side to make sure that I have the right color. And then I'm gonna touch like dots where I missed. So I'm not going directly back into the ink pad, I'm off to the side with like a little scribble. And I'm gonna dot, until I fill in. So hang on one second. And this'll just fix it. Looks way better, doesn't it? Oh, and there's a little bit over here in the O. So I'm not trying to draw it in. If I were to make a line and try and draw it in, it would leave a weird mark. But because I just am doing the dots until it fills in, it looks more like a stamped image. So here's a close-up of that. What are the dimensions of the DSP and the embossed piece? That's a good question. So when you place your order, I also have a PDF that's already completed, and I will send you the complete directions and dimensions for when you want to recreate these cards. So you get a complete PDF when you place your $35 order, plus you get the card kit in the mail. So it's a pretty good deal. Thanks for reminding me to say that, Mary. It's been a long afternoon. I thought, oh yeah, I'll do all my videos in one day, and now I'm like tired because I stayed up until 3 o'clock to place my my pre-order, or my catalog order. I'm glad that I did though, because I think I got the one thing. I have to double check when I get off the live that I need to finish my big quarterly class, which I am going to announce on Thursday. That is a 12 card class with uses 3 different stamp sets. So it's a big mega class. Okay, so that is project number 4. And the last one might be my favorite in color. As much as I love all the other in colors and how pretty and fresh and springy they are, I think we needed a nice, healthy Christmas green. And this one might be my favorite. So it says, many thanks from all of us. So I want to make sure I have the right one. It's this one. And Evening Evergreen. And because I wrote on that with the blends marker, now I can run my finger right over my initials and it doesn't smudge. Yeah, I did. I have to double check. I want to make sure that it's shipped because that that product, just like I thought, is actually already on back order. So I ordered my 48 and I got a shipment notice, but I didn't have enough time in between the 2 live videos to double check. But I want to make sure that they're in the box before I commit to being able to. And I haven't even put the in color gems on those cards yet. So I'll have to retake the pictures and list it to my team, and then it's going to go out to everybody else on Thursday. And you guys will have 1 week to register, or when 48 packets sell out, because I only had enough to product to do 48. So what happens is they give us, you know, they'll let us order 1 roll of this or 2 rolls of that, and then that's it. So I, you know, take 1 roll of something and break it up for 48 people, but it's so that you can get a taste of all the different new supplies that we have. So I used quite a bit, almost all of the pre-order. Every ribbon that they gave us, you got a little taste of what they look like, which I like. Those bumblebee trinkets, those are on back order, but I was able to get 2 packages because a downline of mine got me hers. So 1 per person, 48 people. I mean, I just couldn't go any more than that. So it'll be limited to the first 48 people. It's a great way to kick off the catalog, though. And I do enjoy doing a lot of the work for you. So they're all cut and embossed just like this. You know, they're macked out Selene style. You know, you don't have to, you'll just have to stamp and assemble. So you'll need the ink and the stamps, but if you don't have the dies, you don't have to worry, because I do all the die cutting and everything. All right, here we go. So we're getting there. Yeah, no, it's really fun to design that way, because I get to share what I got with everybody. So that first pre-order is all about everybody else. I just want to make sure that the in-color gems are in the bucket before I list that. That would be my worst fear, promising something and not being able to deliver. Those of you who have ever gotten a card kit from me, you can probably attest to that. For those of you who have ordered a class from me before, what was your favorite one? Do you have one? Do you like the style of me doing most of the work, or do you think that you'd like to do your own die cutting? Curious. All right, I'm gonna just give that a snip because I noticed there's a little fuzz on the edge. And that is card number 5. What do you guys think? They're not that difficult at all, huh? And they go together very fast. So you can see how you could definitely use another stamp set if you didn't have this one specifically. But I would definitely recommend getting the in-color ink pads so that you can stamp your samples in the same color. Now, if you didn't have that color, you could substitute black, or you could buy one and do them all in green. As you can tell, all of these colors look great together. I did one, this is all the shimmery with the ice cream cones. I showed this one earlier. And then these are the in colors in a different sample that I made, just to show them all. Let's see. See if I can get them all in the frame here. Go all the way over. What do you think? They are lovely. I couldn't be happier with this year's colors. They're just so beautiful and fun to play with. All right. Well, I'm not seeing any questions. That might be record time. Jeepers. Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera and see if I don't see any questions, so. Well, thank you for being here tonight. I hope you love them. And I hope that if you place your order, like I said, I will send the PDF directions for all of the cards so that some of them are different than others. So every measurement is in the document and it's complete already. So I just need to mail you a kit and send you the PDF and it's done. As far as the quarterly, I'll be releasing that on Thursday. And I will send all of the directions and the PDFs on that one by the following Friday. Where that's 3 complete classes, I have completely prepped everything. So it's ready to be shipped, but I haven't even started the directions yet. So I have a week to get all of those 3 PDFs and 3 videos all done. You guys want to see a quick snippet of my assembly line? I'm ready to go for it. Hang on. I'll show you my little area. I have to cover the camera so I don't make anybody dizzy. We're gonna take a walk over to my prep area. All right. These are the cards from earlier. I'm gonna move those out of the way. Okay, so here we go. In this bin we have, of course, Wink of Stella, and everybody's going to get one, and in Color Gems. So this class is going to drop on Thursday. And the Color and Contour card class is in here, and there's 4 projects. And like I said, I haven't added the In Color Gems to them yet because I wanted to make sure that we would be able to use them. Party Puffins, and like I said, I still have to add In Color Gems. I didn't want to take a chance that I wouldn't get them, but they're so cute. Isn't this guy awesome? And then Elegantly Said, I've seen this punch a lot of different ways and I didn't love it until I started really playing with it, and now I'm hooked. Oh, and look, there's the In Color Gems. You gotta see them against white. Hang on. Look at these buggers. They are so sparkly. So I think it's a go. I think I'm gonna have enough that I'll be able to give one to each person. And then you may have seen me post these. I finished them today. I have 48 of them done. The lip balm holder these are going to be my Hawaii swap for when I go to Hawaii with Stampin' Up. So I thought, what better than to share a swap card with all of you. Oh, something happened. I was hoping to flip the camera back. So that's all of it. Yeah. All right, sorry to make you dizzy if I'm making you dizzy while I'm walking. But yeah, so that is dropping on Thursday. And then this class is free with any $35 order. So if you're interested in taking both and you already have a sentiment set, maybe you could invest in some of the In Colors. The ink pads would be good to have, especially for those. And those are 3 complete classes. So I am very excited. I've been working very hard. Normally, if we were having in-person, I would be offering an in-person event here in Massachusetts and then offering it as a to-go afterwards. Now I'm just doing it all together. So, all right, it looks like my video stopped playing on my computer. Perfect. Hopefully I'm still live. If you have any questions at all, please post them here in the group. I posted the host code for today's workshop. And like I said, the minute that I see your order come through, I will send you a kit in the mail and I will send you the PDF directions. Those PDF directions do not have my name on them for 2 reasons. Demonstrators who are on my team can make up the cards and then use them with their friends. And then they can make their own card parties and use them forward. If you're a demonstrator and you choose to make an order so that you can get the directions and the dimensions and the card kit, that's fine. And you can definitely use them in a class or give them for free. The directions can be given for free with any $50 order. So that's kind of how I do all of my classes and my online classes. No more questions? I'm not seeing anything come through. Well, I love you very much. thank you for being here. Thanks for supporting my small business. We got the tuition bill this week for my daughter's school, and I am helping with the tuition bill. So that's what this pays for. And dance lessons. So this stay-at-home mom is very, very happy. Ella is asking if I could show how to make a bow. Do you mean like with your hands, or do you mean with the bow maker? I'm gonna wait for her to answer, because I do have the bow maker and I can show that. A lot of times when you take a class from me, I will pre-tie your bows like I did in these, and I will use a bow maker for that. Let's see. Ella, so I'm just waiting for you to answer which one, and then I can show. What I think I might do is I might try to put the camera behind me, because the easiest way is if I had the bow maker in front of me and you could watch it the way that I would make it. Do you know what I'm saying? So that you don't get tripped up with the way that the video is backwards. So let's see. I'll clean up the table a little and grab my bow maker. I think you mean, oh, with my hands. Okay. So I guess I need some ribbon. Let me grab a roll. So there are two ways that I know of to make a bow. Here, let me flip it. I'm going to put you in the stand just to make it easy so you can see my hands. Okay. So actually there are three ways. There's the bow maker. If you guys take a class from me and you want a bow maker, I get them for 12 bucks, and that's what I charge for them. My friend Lee makes them, or my friend Lee's husband makes them, and for a while I know that it paid her son's mortgage when he was out of work. So you can make the bow any size you want on this, and this one is probably the most common for me because I like it about that big. And I put the ribbon on the right. And if you ever want to see this again, you can Google fork bow, because you just need a fork that has two tines. It's the same concept. And I put the fold on the left and the ribbon is on the right, and I go around. Now to make an actual bow, you'd need something that would kind of capture it in the middle, right? So the fold is on the left, I go around, underneath. So now I've got a full complete circle. I make a touchdown. So touchdown. And then I tie down. So I take this bottom piece and I pull it back with my finger and tie this down. That's what makes the loop that I can pull through. And I probably tie hundreds of these a month for packets or whatever. So that's one way to make a bow, right? Is on the bow maker. And you guys can always watch that back. Pause me if it's not working, you know, rewatch it and try again. And I can say the best thing to do would be to take an old roll of ribbon and tie 30 or 40 of them if you want to learn how to use the bow maker, because then you forget if you don't do it right away. But once you've tied 40 of them to do a baby shower, boy, you don't forget. Okay, so the second way to tie a bow is to do the loop, swoop, and pull. And I tie this way just mid-air, like I'm tying my shoes. So I do the loop, the swoop around my finger, and that's what makes a hole under here. And then I'll tie that other piece through the hole and finish my bow. Now, nobody ties a beautiful bow by their hands out of the gate. You have to mess with it, bring it down, kind of mess with it, hold on to the knot, adjust. Okay, so that's the one with my hands. Okay. And then there's one other way that I know, and I'll teach this one to someone who absolutely doesn't understand loop, swoop, and pull. And it's okay, because everybody's brain is different, right? But I do bunny ears. So bunny ears is when you make 2 loops. So there's the bunny. And then you just tie them together. So you tie the 2 loops together, and that will be the base of another bow. And then again, you'll have to adjust like before. So bunny ears is another way to make a bow. So this was bunny ears. This was loop, swoop, and pull. And this was the bow maker. I don't know. And notice in all 3 cases, I don't cut off the ribbon roll until I'm at the end, because otherwise I can waste my ribbon. So they all look pretty much the same, except this one I know is always going to be the same size based on the tines. So if I want to make a bigger bow, I can, do it out here. It's funny because one time at church, someone asked me to tie a pew bow, and I had her hold her arms up like in front of me and do this with big ribbon, and I tied a bow maker bow. I couldn't talk while I did it. I just had to pretend I was tying on a bow maker. So cool. Great question, Ella. All right, anybody else? I'm all about the questions, because then I know what to focus on, right? But yeah, pretty cool to have the 3 different ways to tie the bow. I got them. I tie a lot of bows because I always want them tied for you if you're taking a class. And even when people come here in the studio, they will they'll be like, "Oh, you tied our bows." And so because I know that it makes people so happy, I just do it for you. One of the reasons I tie bows. Well, I think that's it. All right, well, great. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope that you had fun. I hope that you liked the bow tying. You can always go back and watch this again. Eventually, I will delete the video off the group in about a week or 2, or before the next online workshop, but I will post this video to YouTube. So you'll be able to go back and watch it there if you need to see how to tie a bow again. But thanks. What a great time. Thank you, everybody. Good night.